Hey everybody, welcome to the Bible Bell Bros podcast. I'm here with Andrew Fisher, my bro.
Oh, now I'm your bro.
Might be a little controversy for not having you on a couple podcasts. But we're back. We're back in the house, chilling, hanging out.
Drinking my coffee.
Drinking coffee. Things been great. I mean, we've seen each other from time to time. We have house church together.
We see each other minimum once a week.
Andrew's my spiritual leader in house church now. So
that's a good joke.
But, yeah.
I have Dusty in my house church because I need answers and I need help.
Yeah. I know what to do. Just don't follow me for step 2 of practicing sometimes. I've been a bad practicer. I'm not a terrible practicer now. But anyways, you've been looking good. You've been working out.
I have. And are you coming on me? Onto me?
Oh, what?
Blunders.
No. I was just segueing to working out.
Yeah, no. I have been. Which is why I've given you 2 days a week that I can podcast now.
Yep, Andrew is limiting the podcast, but the 2 days a week are still the same days we would be.
This is true.
So it's not like anything's changed.
It's very true.
It's just limited my procrastination of, we could do it tomorrow. And when we never do it tomorrow, well, now I know I can't do it tomorrow because you're working out tomorrow.
That's right. Well, now you can procrastinate even longer and be like, hey, let's do it Thursday on a Monday, you know?
Yeah.
Thursday comes around.
Well, I guess can't. Yep, you're booked up till next Tuesday, so we're a week further out. So, yeah, it's...
Unfortunately for you, Dusty, I always have mornings open.
Yeah.
I'm usually free until 10:30, 11 every day.
I know. You have one of those jobs, those realtor jobs. If you're looking for a job that you can do whatever you want during the mornings... run some errands every day, do some podcasting, become a realtor. That seems to be the dream.
I don't disagree. It is quite nice, the hours.
Yeah.
Now, there are sometimes, like actually Thursday, if you had asked a podcast, I would have said no because I have an 8 a.m. appointment.
Yeah, appointment.
Right.
You have an appointment to show a house.
And
look at you.
Saturday, I have an 8:30 on Saturday.
Who wants to look at houses at 8:30?
Who wants to buy a house? Not everybody sleeps in till noon, Dusty.
Oh, that's the thing? Waking up?
Like I get up early.
I would say that the older I'm getting, I can't sleep in as much, but I think that's a lie. I've been sleeping until 9 some Saturdays. More not getting out of bed, laying in bed till 9, 9:30, 10 o'clock. But I, stayed up late watching TV and crap and other stuff. But so maybe if I went to bed earlier, I'd wake up earlier. But you know how that is.
Yeah. Ish. I mean, I went to bed late last night. By late, I mean 11. Which is late for me because I'm usually in bed by 9. And I still got up at 6 today, so. You put yourself on a schedule, Dusty, and you still get up at 6.
Hey, you remember our friend Dopey?
Yeah.
He's streaming now.
You talked about this in our last podcast, Dusty.
I talked about it in our last podcast?
Yep.
Are you sure I just didn't?
Maybe you told me after.
I think I just mentioned you.
Yeah, maybe you talked about it after the podcast.
I don't think I mentioned it. I was watching him yesterday, and it was pretty funny. But if you just remember Dopey and his mannerisms.
Yep. How many viewers does he have?
He's got me.
Okay.
And my wife.
Nice.
And some other people.
Now, was your wife on the same device?
No.
Oh.
Well, yesterday she was, but we support him by watching on both devices.
Nice. Good.
Gotta support those you love. But what made me think, so I streamed on Saturday morning. It was my wife's birthday, so for her birthday, I streamed video games just in the morning. And the stream, I have these, what they call channel points. And so the longer you've watched the stream, you earn points. And then I have rewards that you can buy. So some kid said, redeem the award, speak like a Texan for 5 minutes or whatever. So I'm like, woohoo, I'm a Texan. That's all I can. Yeehaw! Riding cowboy. Basically, I sounded like Woody from Toy Story is what my Texan accent is. But
I hope we don't have any Texans that listen.
I'm pretty sure we do. We did. We did have
not anymore.
Texans listening. Well, come on, we're from Oklahoma, so you gotta.
It's true.
You gotta.
But we're not from Oklahoma.
We're not. We're in Oklahoma. Isn't there a rivalry?
There is.
And, but also what happened in that stream is one kid redeemed 10 squats. Because I thought, I needed to work out more, and I'm never going to work out. So what better way to work out than making people redeem channel points for me to work out? I saw 10 squats pop up, and I was like, oh, crap. Okay, I'll do it. And then Shay redeems 10 more squats. And I'm like, what the heck? What's going on? And then this kid from our church redeemed 10 more squats. So I had to do 30 squats. And let me just tell you, when you haven't done squats or anything in quite a while, I am still sore. I streamed on Saturday. It is now Tuesday, and my legs are stiff and sore, and it just...
Come on, Dusty.
And I was singing at church on Sunday, and I was just like, as I'm singing, going, Dusty, you should not be out of breath. This is a slow song. Why are you losing your breath? And so I am so out of shape.
You can come over to my house and work out.
Yeah. What Shay and I were talking about, my thing was, I was like, I'm going to do 100 push-ups in 100 days and 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats for the next 100 days, 100 each day. And then Shay's like, I just jump into things. And so, Nate Bargatze has a joke where you go to work out and we just immediately go, well, what are the Navy SEALs doing? Let's do that workout. And I'm like, look at me. And then he watched the video and it was like, wait a minute, does that before guy have a video? Because that's what I need to be doing. I need to look like him. I don't care about the other guy. And so I'm starting slow, like a couch to 5K style where I'm just doing something instead of nothing is better than what I've been doing, which is getting home and not getting off the couch, going to work and not using my standing desk, stuff like that.
You could be standing right now.
I could be standing right now in this podcast, but it's comfortable and my legs hurt.
Yes, but that you sound better when you're standing.
You do sound better. That's singing and everything. You sound better.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know that.
Because you're a singer? You're an accomplished singer?
Because of you singing. I'm pretty sure you've told me this.
I probably have, because I'm very smart.
Which is probably why I stand.
No, I think you stand for dominance issue.
Yeah. It's also why I take off my shoes. Actually, that would be opposite. If it was dominance, I would keep my shoes on.
So you'd be a little taller?
No, so you're always ready to fight.
Oh, okay. I'm starting the phasing of... I'm trying to get to 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats a day. I started with 20
At the beginning of the year, I made a goal that I would do 10 push-ups a day. Minimum 10 push-ups a day. I made it 4 days. But I do work out, though. So
yeah, so you're still doing something.
Right. And I've been doing a lot of bench, and bench is equivalent to push-ups. And I don't know how I'm supposed to push up my 240-pound body when I can't even bench 200.
Well, here's the deal. I can make a lot of money right now because those rubber weights, barbells and stuff, those are non-existent because they're
right.
And so I have a bunch of them in my barn that I could sell, but that's not the part. The issue is I should use it. That's why I bought it to begin with. So.
Well, you can sell those and come to my house. So I did find out it's a whole lot easier to work out if you actually leave your house.
Yes.
Because I had this idea, and I see it in you as well. You bought all that workout equipment that's out there. You probably spent the same as I did. I don't know. You bought yours used.
I might have got it cheaper.
Yeah.
Because what I was doing was I was buying stuff on Facebook Marketplace, just taking the things I needed and then selling the rest. So I was kind of getting most of that money back.
Yeah, you have all this stuff out there, and you don't work out. Right. I got this nice workout equipment at my house, and I don't work out. I've recently forced myself to go out there and start using it, and actually it took another friend of ours for me to get out there and actually use it. And then even though he stopped working out with me, I still work out.
It's kind of like when we went to the gym together a couple years ago, when we went to Valor.
Oh, yes.
It's the accountability side of it. It's if you go to a gym and there's too many people and you blend in, like church, it's easier to skip. But if you go to a church that's smaller, you'll be missed. If you miss house church, it's a lot more noticeable than if you were to miss big church. And so it's kind of the same thing with the gym. Like if you were... we always felt bad, I don't want to miss because then there's only 2 other people there, and it makes it the coach that's volunteering as a coach because it's a nonprofit, they're wasting their time because I'm too lazy to get out of bed. So there was just this accountability aspect that you don't have, And even it could be online. It could just be like you have the Bible reading stuff where you just are accountable. And maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I just need to be accountable to you. Like, hey, we got the stuff. We can do it. And we just do it at the same time, technically, together. And
while looking up at the same star.
While we, you see the moon? I bet he's looking at the moon right now, too. Yeah. It'd be so romantic. A romantic workout. And so maybe that's what I need to do. I've done dietbet.com before. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I have.
And it just helps that extra accountability where like you have something.
But that feeds your gambling addiction.
It does feed my gambling addiction. And what happens is I do it, I lose some weight, I don't do it the next time, I gain it back so then I can do it again. I keep flipping. No.
So I've been playing on the same $5 for the last 3 years.
Yeah, just kind of doubling it, just a sure thing. Yeah, so I don't know. I need to do something, but I have started as of yesterday.
Well, hey, I live, 5 miles away?
You live more than 5. It's probably 10 minutes.
It is not even. It doesn't even take me 10 minutes.
It feels like 30 minutes to drive out there, let's be honest.
It's like, well, let's see. You're on 41st. I live on 91st.
If
That's
129
5
went
miles.
all the way through, it would be different.
Lisa says it does.
It doesn't. It goes to 7. It goes to 81st, maybe.
Okay, so 1 mile away from my house.
But then you have to like go. You can't see what I just did there, but you have to weave and go around and go through somebody's backyard to get to the next road.
Let me just go through their backyard then.
Yeah, get the motorcycle working.
That's their fault for moving there or living there.
Right.
So.
But yeah.
It's a lot easier if you actually leave and go somewhere, is what I've found out.
Yeah, I agree.
Even when I was working out on my own and just driving out to 51st and Sheridan, which is, 15 miles away, it was still super easy for me to be motivated just because.
So you're just motivated to leave that.
I mean, yeah.
Lisa, if you're listening, Andrew is motivated to leave the house.
Yep.
Anything to get him out of
the Yep. No, because once you're out of the house, it's like, what am I going to do? It's 6 a.m. There's nothing I can do but work out.
It's kind of like the flip when COVID first hit and we all came to work from home for a bit. There was this weirdness of me being in my pajamas and just not getting in the right mindset. And I talked to somebody that he was like, what he had to do, because it's just a mental block is all it is for all of this, is he had to put tennis shoes on. And him putting tennis shoes on made a mental switch that we're going,
Yeah. So there are streamers, and I know we keep getting back to video games and streaming.
Well,
but there are streamers that do the same thing, that they get fully dressed just to go 5 feet, literally from their bed to their computer chair.
Many accomplished streamers go actually work out. Like that's their only, well, at least the ones I watch, that's like their only source of social life.
I'm trying to think of who you watch that works out.
Baz, he works out.
Baz? Oh, I guess Baz does work out.
Him and Marcus got in the...
Yeah, I forgot he did kind of get jacked-ish.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just, some people don't. Or not everybody does, but I feel like I need to do something. Well, Andrew, I brought you here because your birthday's coming up. I'd like to talk about your birthday and how it is the best birthday anybody could ever ask for. The day, the month, just amazing. And I'm just jealous of your birthday and
Everybody is.
what day it is.
Because everybody gets loved on my birthday. It's the poopiest birthday.
Andrew has the worst birthday that I could think of. The worst day for his birthday to ever fall on.
I don't know. I would hate if my birthday fell on Christmas, I think, as well.
Yeah, you have to share it with Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody puts Jesus before you.
Kind of even after, like that, the week of Christmas leading up to the New Year.
Well, see, that's my daughter, but we make sure that we celebrate her birthday differently, and we kind of go big for her birthday so that she doesn't feel that way.
Gotcha. If it was me, it'd be like, well, this is your birthday and Christmas present,
Yeah.
Like I hear those stories a lot.
Yeah, and we make sure we separate her gifts. We don't give them to her at the same time. We always do something big.
You think it would be better for her because all of the gifts are on sale.
Yeah.
That you could actually buy more. She would getting more gifts than what she would get on just her normal
Probably
birthday.
does get more gifts than on a normal birthday.
Because of the fact that you might have got a 2-for-1.
Well, not necessarily that. More that we're trying to separate the fact that it's not Christmas.
You're actually trying to make it special.
Right. So
Gotcha.
Now, my birthday is Valentine's Day. And so, and being married or even having a significant other, a girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever you want.
Or even just friends
Yeah.
who have girlfriends.
You know that you give the other person a gift or celebrate them as well on that day. And so I always have to give a gift on the day in which it's supposed to be celebrating me. So yeah, and then I always am stuck trying to think, how are we going to celebrate this? And now my wife will tell you that it's not that way. Although she has never gone to Valentine's Day with me without receiving a gift. But she says that she makes it special for me.
She knows that it is she understands the issue of the birthday of the day. So she maybe tries to go out of her way to not be selfish for her Valentine's Day present. Now, if you don't give her a Valentine's Day present, that's something else.
I'd probably hear about it forever.
But she ain't going to just be all about me.
Right. So, yes, I have to share my birthday, which is, it's stupid. It's a stupid holiday. Valentine's Day. Really? Isn't every day Valentine's Day?
What's funny is it's a made-up holiday.
Right.
It's a Hallmark holiday. It doesn't even mean anything. It's made up for gifts because it's the hangover of Christmas, you know?
Yeah, it's like, man, I can't go more than 2 months without a gift. Let's have a holiday. And guys, in a couple months, we'll have Easter. And we can give gifts on Easter.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I remember all the time. So, like, growing up, you know, we couldn't have a party on your birthday because if you had a girlfriend and you had, it was the date night, basically.
Right.
Valentine's Day is a date night. So you can't get reservations anywhere.
Right.
Because everybody's got, so you can't go out to dinner for your birthday for the most part.
Right. We have to do it like a
it's
day
an inflated
before.
price as well, And so, yeah, I could see that, especially if you're a day of type of personality where, some people like Thanksgiving Day and the day after Thanksgiving is not as meaningful. Like,
right.
Especially when you're splitting time with family and stuff. Like some people are all about the day. Like it has to be Christmas morning or it's not Christmas.
Right.
And it's like, no, it's
not even Christmas afternoon.
Right. Like it's got to be in the morning. And so it's the same thing with birthdays. And I've never been too into my birthday. I think the only party I ever had was as a big party was
your 21st.
21st at a root beer
which
kegger.
I wasn't even at.
It was really a youth ministry party because I was assistant to the youth pastor, and I had a root beer kegger to celebrate the 21st birthday. It was pretty cool. Bonfire and
my wife was there, but I wasn't.
Why weren't you there?
Because I was in Missouri still.
Oh,
I hadn't moved here yet.
You hadn't moved here. I think I had just moved to a house as well, right before that.
I think so. Yeah. And I moved a few months later.
Right. Yeah. Andrew followed me here because I needed a friend.
That's pretty much what happened right there.
And then we're stuck by each other.
Because I tried to get you back to Missouri numerous times.
You did. I think if you could have got me back to anywhere, but just not Aurora.
I was in Springfield at the time.
I know. Well, I guess I never lived in Springfield. Most people, nobody that we went to high school with is still in that town, which is funny. I mean, not nobody, but most people. When I see,
you'd be surprised as to how many people are still in Aurora.
Most people that are I'm trying to say something nice, that are respectable, that are not drug addicts. Let's say that. Most people that are not drug addicts.
I mean, okay.
I mean, I can see work in Aurora, living in Aurora is maybe the.
I mean, I still like Aurora.
I still like it too.
I like it. It's a small town in the country that doesn't have a whole lot going on.
Nope.
It's a nice place to get away. And I wouldn't even mind living there if there was a big enough city around, like a Tulsa around. Springfield's not big enough.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes from Springfield, where
Right.
everything is,
Right.
which is kind of where I live compared to going to Tulsa to work or whatever. It's about the same.
You're 15 minutes.
I'm 50.
You're half the time.
I'm half the time. Okay, half the time. 9 times out of 10.
You can drive to
half
work.
the time.
You can drive to work and home in the amount of time it would take to get from Aurora to Springfield.
I mean, there were times where, I think it's the sentimental side of it where when I was first looking into becoming a youth pastor type of deal, I was like, oh, I want to go back to my home church and
In Iowa or in Missouri?
Missouri.
First Baptist?
Well, I was like, I want to fix it. I want to,
the same old people are still there.
Yeah, they haven't died yet. So, but I was just like, I want to, you just get that sentimental thing. Like, I want to go back to my hometown, to my
Right.
to where I grew up, and I want to make it a better place.
Right.
That kind of
The
thing.
Hallmark movie.
Yeah, the Hallmark movie.
Yeah, I get you.
And then every year on Christmas, it snows at the perfect time. And,
Right.
People, yeah.
Nope, it doesn't do that. We don't get snow on Christmas
We
Day.
get ice. If
Maybe,
anything.
yeah.
And
Okay, so here's one thing I didn't know about Colorado. They
we weren't even talking about
because
Colorado.
you said ice.
Speaking of Aurora, here's one thing about Colorado.
Aurora, Colorado. No. Sorry, speaking of snow and ice, not Colorado. There we go. I had some clients here the other day. It was cold.
Yeah.
And they're like telling me, oh, yeah, we're used to it getting like negative, 2 3 degrees about this time of year, blah, blah. Then we go outside and they go, whoa, it's so cold. Mm-hmm. And it was like 29 that day. I'm like, wait, you just talking about how you're used to it being like in the negatives. And the lady goes, you guys have humidity here.
Yeah.
And it is colder.
It's a wet cold.
I go, I never thought about the humidity in the winter. Mm-hmm. I know in the summer it really stinks here because of the humidity. And I know I've been in dry climates and it feels amazing when it's hot and there's no humidity. But I never thought about it in the winter. And so I can see how, like, when I was in Afghanistan, it was super cold. And you'd go outside and you'd be hot. It's because you don't have this wetness on you that is being then wind blown and chilling you off even more.
Could that lead to the same reason? So I remember growing up in Iowa, it would snow 12 inches and the roads were perfectly fine.
Yes.
Is the humidity why it kind of just lingers on the highways and crap?
So also what they told me is they would make a hole in their driveway, or when it would snow, like those 12 inches or 48 inches, what they were saying, they would just go make a hole straight down all the way to the asphalt of their driveway, the size of like a softball, and it would melt by the afternoon. I was like, dang. So here, no, you can't do that. And actually, he did say that here you do that, it just instantly turns to ice.
Right.
So
interesting.
Right.
That's why. I saw a video of a guy clearing his driveway with a flamethrower, and I thought, I want that.
I bought a flamethrower this year for that purpose. Did I use it? No.
Oh,
I used a shovel.
Well, can I borrow your flamethrower when it comes to I need to clean up some, I need to burn off some, like,
you gotta get your own propane, but yeah.
I'll get my own propane. I mean, that's a lot cheaper than a flamethrower.
The thrower itself was only like $50-something, I think.
Oh, see, I wanted the Elon Musk. It was like
it's not the Elon Musk one. Well, it's not going to throw a flame 50 feet.
Oh, come on! What's the point?
Right? Is it really even a flamethrower with there?
So you
Isn't
got
that
a lighter.
more like a torch?
You got a lighter.
Yeah.
And then with a little bit of spray paint, you can make it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Put a cigarette in your mouth, and I'll light it for you.
Oh man, that's the worst. So going back to the topic,
to the birthday,
you should be like, because we adopted Darcy, and we didn't really know her birthday, so we were able just to create one.
Oh yeah,
so you're adopted,
right?
You could just create a birth. You could start a new life.
There we go.
New birthday,
second life,
second life,
second life.
Start a new life with a new birthday.
Let's go with, what is today? January.
You can
26th.
identify as.
Let's go January 27th as my birthday.
That's today.
No, it's tomorrow.
I have a birthday present for you. I do, actually.
This is really happening, guys. Dusty has ran off looking for a birthday present because I randomly declared my birthday is tomorrow, and he thinks it is today. Oh! There is an actual gift here.
Yes, I really did give. Let's be honest. Shay's more the person that thinks of other people than I do. But
yes,
this really is a birthday present.
Wow.
For you.
Okay, this is awesome. That's really stinking awesome.
But I guess I should have gave it to you tomorrow because you didn't say today was your birthday.
It's true, but I'll take this today. Guys, if you could see this is awesome. It's a cross that looks like an American flag.
I'll put a picture on our Facebook of it.
So I need to leave this so you can take a picture?
Well, I can take a picture before you leave.
Thank you very much, Dusty. And Shay, because I know, Shay, you did this.
Pretty much. I'm pretty sure we got that in the mail, and I was like, what's this for?
So, see, making my birthday tomorrow just paid off for me already.
Yeah, because I would have given that to you in a couple of weeks.
But I like this. All right. Now, next podcast, I'm going to be like, I'm going to make my birthday tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, at this point in life, you can identify as anything. So
it's true.
Why you just identify as my birthday?
That's right.
Every day. I identify as a 26-year-old.
One of the funniest memes I saw on the internet with the new president is that the vice president cannot claim to be the first woman vice president because their party does not believe in genders.
Yeah. They don't believe in genders. Yeah.
I was like, that's so true and hilarious.
Yeah. So, well, thanks for joining the podcast. Thanks for being here, Andrew.
Thanks for having me on your podcast, Dusty.
Thanks for reminding me to give you that present because,
as you ran around crazily.
I didn't know where it was. I knew we had it somewhere. There's a few places that
it could have been.
It could have been
right.
So it was in the third place I looked.
That's same with me. Whenever Lisa puts something away, there's like 10 spots I have to look, and it's usually the 11th, the place I don't look.
Yeah. Well, when people say it was the last place I looked.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it's always going to be the last place you look.
Yeah, because if you found it, why are you still looking?
Yeah, that's the more important question is why do you keep looking after you find something? Ugh.
Well, maybe I found the wrong version of it. I don't know. So
I'm the type of person, I usually put something at the same spot every time. So if I don't, it's gone. Like, cannot find it. Like, sometimes I'll put my wallet in my backpack because hold it in my pocket all day or whatever. And then I just cannot find my wallet. And I'm like, where the heck? And I'll look everywhere. And then it's in my backpack. So for my birthday or Christmas or something, Shay got me a Bluetooth thing so I could just ask Siri where my wallet is and it starts beeping.
Nice.
So
I thought you were going to say she got you one of those wallets with a chain on it.
Yeah. That's the next step. If I can't, I'll put a chip in my...
See, I have to have a routine. So when I'm walking out the door, I always go wallet, keys, phone.
Yeah. Phone, wallet, keys. Phone, wallet, keys. Make sure I have my phone, wallet, keys. That's what I kind of sing in my head.
Yeah.
When I do that.
So, and I pat my pocket.
It's ba-da-bop.
Yeah.
That's usually... So, all right. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here, Andrew. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Take it easy.